YouTube, this your girl Miss Envy Me, and I'm coming to you with another video. This video, you know what, I decided to go ahead and do some question and answering. I get like a lot of comments as far as like my sew-ins, the hair that I use, you know, is it good quality? How about you do a review? So what I decided to do is just do everything in this video. I want to first just show you guys, this is my Arjuni hair. I just went ahead and washed and conditioned the hair and reinstalled it. So I think this is like my 4th or 5th time installing this hair. Usually I just do like 1 month, I'll have the weave in, and then I'll take it out and wash my natural hair. So I think this is like the 4th and 5th, I can't remember. But this is like the Arjuni Wavy A hair. I didn't show you guys like how I did the sewing because I have so many videos on me doing sewing. But the top is a silk-based closure. I just went ahead and installed that in. Hopefully you guys can see it. I can do whatever part that I want with this hair. I haven't curled it or anything. This is just basically straight from it being washed, conditioned, and air dried. So I just want to go through the the different weaves that I've used and just basically touch bases on the quality of it, how long I had it in, what I experienced. So the first one I want to talk about is the Evertrust chocolate hair. Now I purchased the Evertrust chocolate hair online at hairhoneys.com. Now I've used the hair about twice. I know I had it in as a wig. I created a wig with it and I did a sew-in. I would have to say with the Evertrust chocolate hair, I didn't really have any problems with it. I might have had it in for about a month, but the wig, of course, it was able to last longer because I was able to take it off, put it back on. But I would have to say, as far as like the quality of the hair, I really do like the quality of the hair. But I only left it in for maybe like 3 to 4 weeks. So that's with the Evertrust chocolate hair. Now the Milky Way Saga Gold, I really haven't used that. I think I made a wig with that hair, but I didn't like the way I cut the hair. I didn't like the end result, so I didn't wear it. But as far as like the Milky Way Saga Gold, that hair, I would have to say, I felt like it was a good quality hair. I have not seen any really bad reviews on the Milky Way Saga Gold, so I would think that it's probably some good hair. The next one, I'm just reading off the list because I can't remember exactly every single weave that I've used. Now, the Janet Collection Indian Remy hair, horrible. The Janet Collection Indian Ripple Deep hair, horrible. Both of these weaves I had really, really bad experience. I experienced a lot of tangling, a lot of matting, a lot of shedding. With the Indian Ripple Deep hair, you can only wear it as it being ripple deep. They do say that you can wear it from ripple deep, wear it straight. That hair did not flat iron at all very well. As far as the Indian Remy hair, I think I only had it in, I did it as a sew-in, and I had it in for maybe like 2-3 days, and I experienced like a lot of matting, and I had to take it out. I was so pissed that I had to take it out. But I have not had a good experience with the Janet Collection Indian hair yet. So, moving on to Indian hair. The only Indian hair I have purchased was IndianHair.net. I had a real bad experience with that as well. I think I purchased like 2 or 3 bundles of hair for about a little over $100. I did it as a sew-in. The hair looked beautiful, and all of a sudden, a couple of days later, the hair continued to mat and tangle and shed. So I had to take it out and throw it away. I was really upset. Zuri Ultra Yaki. I love this hair. This hair blends very, very well with African American hair. It's not really expensive at all. You can find it at your local beauty supply store. I've used this on a lot of my clients. I use it on myself with sew-ins. And I think I might have did a wig with the Zuri Ultra Yaki. And I would have to say, like, it's minimum shedding, minimum tangling. The hair is really nice. I think that you can have that hair up to a month or more, just based off of how good you take care of your hair. So another weave that a lot of people, I don't know if they know about, but it's the Janet Collection Pro V1 Yaki Limited Edition. I really like this hair for the simple fact that you can get it at your local beauty supply store. It's really, really cheap. You can get like a 12-inch pack for about, I think, like $11.99. And you can get like a 14-inch pack for, I think, like maybe $14.99. And it's cheap, but the quality of the hair is really, really good. I've used this hair twice creating wigs for myself, like a 3/4 wig. And I would have to say, like, I didn't have any shedding, really, any tangling. The only thing is, I think with the hair, when you try to flat iron it or curl it, like, the curls are nice, but it's not like a really nice tight curl. You know, I think you will always have, or unless I need to switch up my flat irons or curling irons, but other than that, the hair is really, really good. On to Onyx Essence. Now, I have gotten a lot of questions on the Onyx Essence as far as, is it good quality, does it tangle, does it shed? Onyx Essence, I think I might have did a wig with that hair. I experienced like minimum tangling, minimum shedding. I really didn't have a bad experience with the hair. I think I might have used it maybe twice. And with both experiences, it wasn't bad at all. So I would recommend Onyx Essence to, you know, people that are looking for a local beauty supply store here. Milky Way Pure. Now, I have gotten a lot of views on my Milky Way Pure, which I really do appreciate. With Milky Way Pure, I would have to say I don't like the hair at all. That hair, let me just tell you, I've used it twice. I've used the European style, and I've used the Yaki style. Now, the hair was beautiful when I sewed it in, cut it, everything. But I would have to say maybe about like a week later, I experienced like a lot of shedding, a lot of tangling. When I washed the hair, the dye from the hair bled. So if you purchase the Milky Way Pure hair and you try to wash it, just to let you know, you're going to see a lot of black dye in your sink, in your tub, wherever you wash your hair at. You're just going to see a lot of dye, and it's just going to come out. I don't know what they did or how that happens, but when you put water on that hair, it's just like the dye bleeds. That hair, I was only able to leave it in no longer than like 3 weeks, till I got to the point that I was sick and tired and sick of that hair because it sheds and tangles so much. So if you ever decide to purchase the Milky Way Pure hair, just be prepared to get a lot of tangling, a lot of shedding, a lot of hair on the floor. And I'm not talking about a few strands. I'm talking about, like, you can ball it up in your fist of the, you know what I'm saying, how much hair you're going to lose from your weave. Okay? Sensational Goddess Remy Limited Edition. Now, I did a sew-in with that hair. I think I purchased 2 bundles. I think I might have did like 12 and 14. The limited edition is the purple box. It doesn't come in like the bag. It comes in the box, and it's a limited edition. I got it on sale at my local beauty supply store. You know what? With that hair, a lot of people say Sensational Goddess Remy hair is really good hair, but I didn't, you know what I'm saying, have a good experience with that hair. I don't know. But I experienced tangling and shedding with that hair. I think I might have left it in for a few weeks and took it out. So, Let me know if you ever used the Sensational Goddess Remy limited edition in the purple box. Let me know how your experience was, because mine wasn't a good one. Okay. Pink Diamond Indian Remy. I love that hair. I sold the hair in. Well, actually, let me first tell you where I got it from. I purchased the hair from RemyHairViva.com. Now, if you refer to my video about the Pink Diamond Indian Remy hair, you will see that that hair matches perfectly with African American hair. It blends very well. It curls very well. It's a yaki, thick texture. Even though it's Indian Remy, it still has like thickness to it. With that hair, it wasn't expensive. When I purchased the hair online, I got it in like 2 days. They are very, very good with their shipping, I would have to say. This hair, I have not seen it when I was in Illinois. When I used to live in Illinois, I never saw this hair in the local beauty supply store. But I did see it out here in Atlanta. I don't know, you might want to check your local beauty supply store if you don't want to purchase it online. But, like I said, that if you do purchase it off of Remy Hair Viva, you will get it within like 1 or 2 days. I mean, they have fast shipping service. Fast. This hair, I love this hair. This hair, it felt like really good Indian Remy hair. I used to co-wash it like every week. I used to co-wash it like I think every Sunday. And then I used Garnier Fructis and Herbal Essence. Once you co-wash the hair, that's all you need to do, and it goes right back to how it was. I will reuse the hair. I still do have some of the hair, so if I do decide to do just like a 3-part wig, I can just go ahead and use that hair. And I have used that hair with this hair, and I rocked some bangs. And I just, I had the bangs with the pink diamond. The rest of the hair was Arjuni. And it blended very well with the Arjuni hair. So I would recommend to anyone Pink Diamond Indian Remy hair. Okay? Okay. Let's go on to Untitled Chapter. I'm sorry, my battery died. But anyways, let me just go on to say how I truly feel about some Untitled Chapter. Untitled Chapter is horrible, okay? Now, as you can see from my videos, that was the last video I posted. I did a nice little sew-in. The hair was nice. It was flowing, it was just flowing, okay? Now, as you can see, I don't have that hair anymore. For the simple fact that hair tangled and shedded. And I would have to say it tangled more than it shedded. I did not have a good experience with that hair. I think I might have had it in for a week. For a week and a half. I tried to hold on to it. And it just wasn't working for me, so I had to take it out. And it was like a week and a half for me. I felt really bad. But that's my experience with the Untitled Chapter. I would never purchase that hair again, and I wouldn't recommend it. Okay? Now, let's go on to my Arjuni hair. I love this hair to death. Okay? I would recommend this hair to anybody that is looking to buy like virgin Indian hair, virgin Cambodian, virgin Malaysian, virgin Brazilian. I would recommend Arjuni, the website. The website is down right now, but I think they're supposed to be coming back really soon. Also, I think they're supposed to be doing like a little event out here in Atlanta where they're going to be selling some hair. Like I said, this is the Arjuni Wavy A hair. I don't have anything bad to say about this hair, only for you really do have to wash this hair every week. Or, just co-wash it, just so you won't experience, like, a lot of tangling and stuff, because, of course, hair gets dirty. Of course, you know, when you're flat ironing your hair all the time, you know, it kind of damages the hair. So it rejuvenates itself once you co-wash it. And like I said, I only use on this hair Cream of Nature, Herbal Essence, and Garnier Fructis. I use those 3 products on my hair. And it just goes right back to the natural state. Like, I love this hair. It holds a curl, you know, sort of good. I don't know if it's my curling iron or it's just the hair. With the flexi rods, it's beautiful. And I probably will post a video of me doing flexi rods on this hair. Now, as you can see right now, it looks like I might have did something to this hair. Might have put a flat iron to it, but I didn't. All I did was wash it, condition it, let it air dry, and it came out looking like this. It's a very, very loose wave. With this hair, like I said, I love it. You know, I would give this hair out of a 10, I would probably give it a 9. And I would recommend it. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions on invisible part. Now, with me doing my invisible part, now I have done the invisible part using glue and doing the sewing. I do not split my tracks. I get a lot of questions on, do I split my tracks with my invisible parts? I don't split them. With me doing the sew-in invisible part, all I do is, you know, I curve the track upwards. You know, instead of it going straight across, I curve the track upwards. So if I'm laying a track down, it would have to go, you know, at an angle. And I either glue it or I sew it at an angle, so when it's flipped over, you really don't see the end of that track, end of that weft, actually. And that's how I do my invisible parts. Now, with me closing the invisible part, I do a regular closure, which is basically, you know, you're taking a piece of the track, you're rolling it up. You know, well, actually, you're putting glue on it first, you're rolling it up, and then after you roll it, you know, you flat iron it down with your flat iron, and you put a little bit of glue on top, and you plop it in. That's how I do it, okay? I know I have gotten questions on how you do your closure, how you close your sew-ins, how you close your quick weave. That's how I do it, okay? If you got any more, you know, questions on invisible parts, just let me know. I answer everyone's comments. Anytime you inbox me, I answer all your messages because I feel like, you know, without you guys, I wouldn't be me. So, sew-ins. I do my sew-ins any way, the same way always. If you don't know how I do my sew-ins, refer to my past videos. I do the fold over method, which is basically, instead of me cutting track for track, once I get to like the end, I flip the track over. So that is the fold over method. It's basically instead of cutting right here and starting a new row, you're just folding that over. You're sewing that fold down, and then you're just continuing to sew. And I just do that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that kind of, you know, allows you to just still have that whole track instead of, you know, pieces. So that's what I do. Yeah, I think I answered all of the questions. If you guys have any other questions, definitely let me know. My time is running out on my camera, so I need to go. If you have any comments, just leave them below, and I'll try to answer the question. If you want like another video of me doing this, let me know. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.